Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Future Force. Today, we are going to take an in-depth look at one of the most decisive moments of modern naval history, turning the tide, how the US Navy responded to the Russian assault. This isn't just about ships and weapons, it is about engineering excellence, technological innovation, and the strategies that allowed the United States Navy to counter aggression on the seas. When we peel back the layers of steel, strategy, and human resolve, what emerges is a story of dominance that defines why the US Navy stands at the pinnacle of maritime power. From the outside, the first impression of the US Navy's fleet is simply overwhelming. The exterior design of aircraft carriers, destroyers, submarines, and support vessels is a blend of raw power and futuristic engineering. The carriers stretch across the horizon like floating cities, their flat decks holding dozens of aircraft, each ready for launch at a moment's notice. The destroyers, leaner yet fierce, cut through the waters with stealthy precision, their angular designs minimizing radar reflection and making them harder to detect. Submarines, hidden beneath the surface, are sleek, streamlined machines built to vanish into the deep. Each ship is painted in naval gray, blending with the ocean and sky, designed for concealment as much as intimidation. The presence of such a fleet sends a message without firing a single shot: the United States commands the seas. Step inside, and the picture changes. Interiors are not luxurious, but they are highly optimized for efficiency and control. The command centers are lined with high-definition digital screens, radar consoles, satellite feeds, and tactical display boards, all glowing with real-time information. Officers and sailors move with precision in a space where every second matters. Every chair, every workstation, and every console is designed to maximize response speed and reduce error. Living quarters, though compact, are carefully planned to sustain sailors through long missions at sea. Bunks, mess halls, and gyms provide just enough comfort while keeping the crew mission-focused. Within these steel walls, thousands of people live, eat, plan, and execute, operating as one coordinated unit. Performance is where the US Navy demonstrates its unmatched edge. The carriers are powered by nuclear reactors, giving them unlimited range and the ability to remain at sea for decades, needing only food and supplies for their crews. Each carrier can deploy up to 75 aircraft, from fighter jets to helicopters and unmanned aerial systems, projecting air power thousands of miles beyond the horizon. Destroyers and cruisers, equipped with the Aegis combat system, provide a protective shield, capable of tracking and intercepting enemy missiles and aircraft simultaneously. Submarines operate in silence, able to launch ballistic missiles from hidden positions anywhere in the world. Performance is not just speed and firepower, but integration, the ability of ships, planes, satellites, and ground command centers to function as one unified machine. In the heat of confrontation, this networked performance allowed the Navy to stay a step ahead of Russian maneuvers, countering threats before they could cause damage. Safety, often overlooked, is equally crucial. The US Navy invests massively in systems that protect both vessels and crew. Damage control technologies automatically seal compartments in the event of breaches or flooding. Fire suppression systems activate instantly to prevent onboard disasters. Weapons systems like the Phalanx CIWS, essentially a rapid-fire Gatling gun mounted on ships, serve as last-ditch defenses against incoming missiles. Redundant energy and power systems ensure that if one generator fails, others take over immediately, keeping the ship operational. For aircraft, safety comes in the form of emergency arresting cables on carrier decks, ejection systems for pilots, and reinforced fuselages designed to maximize survival chances. Safety also extends into the cyber domain. With warfare no longer limited to physical weapons, the Navy ensures its communication and navigation systems are shielded from cyber attacks, preventing enemies from disrupting operations. The unique selling points of the US Navy's response lie in its unmatched combination of size, technology, and adaptability. No other navy on Earth can field an integrated force the way the United States can. Carrier strike groups serve as floating fortresses, combining air power, sea dominance, missile defense, logistics, and intelligence into a single cohesive unit. The ability to operate anywhere, from the frozen Arctic to the tropics, makes the Navy versatile beyond comparison. Innovation also sets it apart. The incorporation of unmanned drones, hypersonic missile testing, laser defense systems, and AI-assisted decision-making ensures the fleet is always preparing for tomorrow's warfare, not yesterday's. During the Russian assault, it wasn't just brute force that turned the tide, it was the Navy's ability to adapt rapidly, integrate new technologies, and leverage its global reach. Of course, such dominance comes at a price. A single Gerald R. Ford-class aircraft carrier costs more than $13 billion to build, with billions more spent on the aircraft, destroyers, submarines, and support ships that form a strike group. Operating these fleets requires vast resources, tens of thousands of personnel, fuel for aircraft, logistics chains that stretch across oceans. Critics often point to the staggering cost. But the price is not simply measured in dollars, it is measured in the stability that such power provides. By maintaining superiority at sea, the U.S. Navy secures global shipping lanes, protects allies, and deters aggression. The investment ensures that no rival power can threaten freedom of movement on the world's oceans without facing overwhelming consequences. As we look at the bigger picture, the conclusion becomes clear. Turning the tide is not just a phrase, it is a reality that played out when the U.S. Navy responded decisively to Russian aggression. The exterior of the ships represents visible strength, the interiors showcase human precision, the performance demonstrates unmatched integration, the safety features ensure resilience, and the unique innovations reveal a force always preparing for the future. The cost may be immense, but the value measured in deterrence, global stability, and security is incalculable. The Navy's ability to project power anywhere on the globe ensures that when tides of aggression rise, they can be turned back by technology, strategy, and resolve. This story is not only about one battle or one confrontation, it is about the philosophy of maintaining dominance through preparation. The U.S. Navy does not wait to react, it positions itself to shape outcomes. By responding swiftly to Russian moves, the Navy demonstrated why sea power has always been central to global influence. As long as these ships patrol the oceans, the balance of power will remain in favor of those who value freedom of navigation and international stability. The world may evolve, technology may change, but the fundamental truth remains: control of the seas shapes the destiny of nations. And in this era, the U.S. Navy continues to ensure that the tide always turns in its favor.